Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about how you can start an online business that actually stands a chance of making money as a beginner. And a beginner like you don't know what to sell, you don't know what to do, you don't know where to start. And I'm not going to sugarcoat this because I'm an actual business startup and launch coach, and I've been helping folks like you start online businesses since 2018. Yeah, 2018. And here it is. If you're serious about making money online, you have to get a handle on your income generating activities. Like what to say, what to post, what video to make, what email to send. Basically, all the stuff you should be doing and not the stuff you could be doing or are doing. The actual stuff you should be doing to make money. Because if you're working on the wrong stuff, your business is not going to work. Your business is going to fail, you're not going to see progress or momentum, and you're going to give up. So here are 3 simple steps you can take as a beginner to start an online business that stands a chance of making money. But first, click the subscribe button so you can see and get access to all the videos that I post on a regular basis about making money online as a beginner. Step 1, define your offer. Do not get overwhelmed with this because a lot of people start out, they don't know what the hell they're selling. They don't know how to make an offer. They don't know what people want. So I want you to take a breath, like go to your happy place and define your offer. Your offer, it's really simple. You have to come up with a solution to a problem that somebody has. So fall in love with problems. Figure out a problem that somebody has and then charge them money to solve that problem. That's it. That's the secret sauce. Base your offer or that solution to the problem on a skill you already have or something you've already done in the past, experience you have. Think about the things that people have asked you to do for them over the years. Just make a list. Like actually take a pen and paper, make a list. As an example, 20 years ago, I started working from home as a marketing consultant. And here I was working from home. I had a full roster of clients. I figured out how to secure retainer contracts, how to market before like the internet and Facebook was really a thing. And then I became successful, and then people in the neighborhood, the other moms, I had 2 young kids, the other moms were like, Kellie-Ann, like, how are you working from home and you still, have your home and you're driving the minivan and you're always at the soccer practices and the bake sales and picking up and dropping off, but you're still making money. Like, how do you do that? That was like a light bulb moment for me. People were asking me to solve their problem. Their problem was they wanted to be home with their kids. These were stay-at-home moms, but they wanted to also have money to be able to contribute to their family. So I figured out a way that I could package up everything that I figured out on my own. Like I wish there had been a business coach 20 years ago. And I built this really simple framework and I started teaching women how they can start an online business working from home. And that was my first brand called The Accidental Entrepreneur. I started coaching. I turned it into an online course. I had group and private sessions. And before I knew it, I'd built a 6-figure business called The Accidental Entrepreneur. So I took a high-level skill that I had. I figured out a problem people had and I solved that problem. That was my offer. It was, I think at the time it was 3 private coaching sessions with me. And I'm going to show you my, secret framework to craft an offer and charge people money for it so you can stay home with your kids. Something like that. It was probably a lot sexier than that, but I can't even remember. Too long, 20 years ago. Now here's a caveat. You need to start with a problem that people actually have, not a problem you think people have. A problem people actually have. Like I had a client, turned into a client, but she came to me. She was like, Kellie-Ann, I want to start a business and I want to teach people how to toilet train their cats. And she devoted like 6 months trying to map out this methodology to toilet train cats. Well, guess what? People didn't have that problem. People weren't actively seeking a way to toilet train their cats. Maybe 1 or 2 or a handful, but she wasn't going to make money, selling that program that she'd worked 6 months on to 3 people. So figure out a problem that a large enough group of people have, and then create an offer around it based on your skill set or what you already know. Step 2. So you've figured out a problem, but you really have to get clear on who has that problem. And those people, that's called your audience of potential buyers. So you need to get crystal clear on who you can reach easily, who you can talk to, who's out there actively looking for a solution. What does that group of people look like? Like, can you put a name tag on it? As an example, okay? I don't know, rodeo enthusiasts, Gen X menopausal women, stay-at-home moms, MLM, women who are already in an MLM. It could be, I don't know, what did I just saw this. This was one. Working moms who own dogs. Like, get really super specific in terms of your audience, because the more specific you are, the easier it is to get your message and to get your service and your offer in front of people, okay? Do not overthink this, because you can change your audience, or some people call it your niche. You can change, you can pivot, but give it enough time to percolate to see if it's actually going to work. Like, don't jump from niche to niche. You know, I had someone come to me, they're like, yeah, I've been trying to sell to, I don't know, 25-year-old health enthusiasts who are raw food, eaters. And then they tried that for 2 months, and then it didn't work. 2 months, it's all they gave it. And then they jumped to another niche. Then they're like, yeah, now I'm with, stay-at-home moms who love hot yoga. Like, they were all over the place. You have to give it enough time to see if it's viable. I always give it 12 months. If it doesn't work, then you can pivot. Nothing is written in stone. And hot tip, sometimes you can market to 2 audiences simultaneously. As an example, Gen X women and empty nesters, because some of the times those 2 audiences are going to overlap. You could be a Gen X woman who's also an empty nester like myself. Step 3, you got to stay consistent with your income generating activities. Income generating activities are what you need to be doing every single day to generate income, to make money. If you work on the wrong thing, if you get distracted, if you jump around, you're not going to make money. You're not going to see any results, and you're going to give up. Your business is going to fail, not because it wasn't like a great idea, but because you probably were not consistent with your income generating activities. And income generating activities, let's be clear, it could be, it could be what email to send, what video to create, what to say, what your message is in, what platform to be on, like how many videos, what you should be doing each and every day to move the needle in your business. And hint, it's not spending like 6 hours a day on Instagram or Canva templates, okay? No, I always tell people, I don't care what your offer is, you could have the best offer on the planet, but if nobody knows you exist because you haven't been consistent and gotten in front of enough people, like you could have the most unicorn, the craziest iPhone of an idea. So you got to stay consistent with your income generating activities. And one of the big things is you got to get in front of people. You got to build that email list. You got to get their email so that you can nurture them and take them from potential buyer to buyer. So regardless of the business you're in, or your offer, or your audience, as a new business owner, you're in the business of marketing to people, building that audience and getting your message out there to the right group of people and the right potential buyers. Because the correct income generating activities are directly tied to you making money. If I sit around all day and watch Netflix, or if I, do one sporadic video a week, or if I send an email with the wrong message, the wrong length, full of words that are going to trigger spam filters, those are all the wrong things to do. I'm never going to make money. So examples of income generating activities could be video creation. It could be email list building. It could be doing live videos on TikTok or creating a YouTube channel. It really depends on your offer and your audience. And again, another hot tip, don't waste time trying to be perfect. Like if one of your income generating activities is that, I'm telling you, you need to go build a YouTube channel. Don't be perfect. Don't try to be perfect. Don't wait for the perfect time. There's never a perfect time. It's like having a kid. There's never a perfect time. Just jump in and do it messy. Perfection is the enemy of sales. I once had a coach tell me that, and it's true. Now, if you need help with your offer, with your audience, with your income generating activities, I want you to go down to the description. I'm going to put a link there. I want you to hit that link, put your email in, and I'm going to send you info on what I think as a business coach is the simplest and fastest way to get started right now. It's going to really break down a simple sales system. It's going to give you information on how digital marketing is the hottest ticket right now in 2025. And it's going to teach you, what to say, what to post, what to email. There it is. Go to the description, click that link, drop me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye, guys.